What's up, everyone? Jason C here. The time is now 85 Tops baseball break. We're going to do it. We've got some sponsors for this. Upper left is going to John E. Lower left, Michael H. Upper right, Joseph P. And lower right, Eric J. We'll start with the upper. I usually start with the upper left. I don't know why. We'll start with the upper left, and we'll see what we get. This is going to be exciting. I'm going to try to go a little faster than the 86 Fleer. I'll set these right here. I went a bit long on the 86 Fleer, so I'll try to make sure go a little bit quicker. So John E has the upper left. I'll take these out very carefully. As I said in the preview video, this was not authenticated by the baseball card exchange, but I looked through most of these and they look untampered with. I mean, they look perfect. Even going all the way down to the bottom here, you can see these don't look resealed. They're just super crisp folds. So I think we're fine, and really hoping that we pull some cool stuff out of here. So there's the upper left stack for John E, and we'll get right to ripping because I don't want to drag this out. I did watch the jabs break of this just to kind of get prepared, and he did pull the McGwire. It's a little strange that he didn't, so we're going to have the gum sticking a little bit on the back, which he did too. So we're going to, Dennis Eckersley takes the hit on that one. We're going to have a sacrificial lamb on each one of these. And that would have been awesome right out of the gate. But we got Scott Bankhead, and I'm not gonna chew the gum. A little discoloration right there on that one, but it doesn't actually look half bad. But Scott Bankhead, I'm gonna go right through these, so I don't take 50 minutes like I did with the Fleer box, and we'll stop on any of the really good cards. I did do a little bit of research. Jim Rice right there. Just looking up some recent sold prices, and the McGwire has actually gone up a little bit since the. I guess people are anticipating him. Rafael Santana takes the gum, possibly getting in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I really think he should at some point. But Roy Smalley, there we go. Keith Hernandez. How did he do that? I think it's like this every time. Roy Smalley, Rick Miller, give us Tommy Lasorda, and Rafael Santana. Oh, that was the gum. Rafael Santana was, the gum really ate through on this one. Rafael Santana, oh, I hope we don't have a gum on one of our really good cards. But going back to the jabs break, he did hit the McGwire, but oddly enough, I mean, he didn't hit most everything else. And that was an authenticated box. So you never know with these, but this all looks totally legit so far. So I think we're fine. We're gonna hit some good stuff. There's a Dwight Gooden right out of the gate, and that is nice. Look at the centering. Look at that. This would have been my dream pull back in the day. A Dwight Gooden. Let me look at the back of this. Wow, look at that. Look at that. You know what? I pulled out 4 one-touches so that everyone can have kind of their best card in a one-touch. And I don't know if this is going to be John's best card, but this is certainly PSA worthy, and the perfect centering, perfect corners. Look at that. And this was the card, by the way, back in the day. This was the whole reason to buy these cards. This one was, I remember it being, people saying, like my friends, it's $5 if you could pull it out of a pack. And we started buying like the packs. And I said it in the preview video, they went out of style. What I meant was, I started buying 1985 tops, and then you couldn't get them. Like 86 tops came right in. So it was probably late in the year. That's kind of why I remember. And then I tried to get, like, I tried to build the Mets team set, etc. But I did, where's the notes I made? Oh, right here. So the last stock Gooden that was PSA 10 that sold for $179 on eBay. So that is really nice. It's got the one little printing. I don't know if that's just a printing error. I don't know if that's that. I don't want to touch it again. So let's see if that's just a speck that can come off. But look at this, the centering and the corners are legendary. All right, John. There's the. I know, you know, it probably doesn't go for much if it's not a PSA 10. Back in the day, that used to be the bomb diggity. But and what is that? I think that's the gum card. I'll go back. Frankie Viola. But what I was saying about the Jabs break is he did not pull the Clemens, the Puckett, the Hershiser. He didn't pull a Mattingly. He didn't pull a Ripken. The Paul Molitor takes the gum hit on that one. The gum is really bled through on these. That's the only downside I can see so far to these. But the centering looks pretty good. So if we do hit a McGwire, hopefully it's well centered and it can be, you know, a $500 card for somebody. We'll see. But anyway, I'm excited about the Dwight Gooden. He was one of my favorite players back then. And I remember the first time I got this card, because I'd never pulled it out of a pack. There was a guy that, let me do it. I'm doing it again. I'm monologuing and not sorting cards. There was a kid named Eric. I want to say his last name. He's probably on Facebook. And he was a Mattingly fan like you don't know what. And he, Tom Herr, go back and read, Tom Baylor, Hodges. He did not have, it was 86, and I got from the local Jiffy store the box. And I got the Mattingly off the bottom of the box. I cut it out really carefully, put it in my little binder, and I knew he'd freak out about it if he hadn't seen it, and he had not. He didn't even know what it was. And I'm like, yeah, I got it off the bottom of the box. And he traded me. He had two Gooden rookies, and he had one that had just a little bit of like a dog ear, and he traded me that for the Don Mattingly cut off the bottom of the box that I got for free from Sweet Talking Lady at the Jiffy store. And that was my first Gooden rookie in '86. Brett Saberhagen rookie, and he was Cy Young this year, and World Series MVP, shutout in Game 7. And then was pretty bad the next year. I think he was one of those guys that had a weird, good this year, bad the next. But I was looking up some of the completed listings, and did it bleed through to the Saberhagen? I mean, I know the Saberhagen isn't very valuable, but it didn't. And it's perfectly centered. So if you're a Saberhagen fan or a Royals fan, Mr. John, you got a nice Saberhagen rookie right there. But the Ripken, in a PSA 10, there were two sold 85 tops PSA 10, and I want to say these are outliers because it just seems bizarre, but it was the only two, and it was between $500 and $600, both of them. Rod Carew, Christensen, Anderson, Andre Dawson. There's the Puckett rookie. All right. So I'm feeling good about this box now. There's the Kirby Pucket rookie, just a little off center. Not too bad, and kind of a weird, I don't know what that is right there. Really sharp corners though. Really nice card. Let's look at the back. And yeah, just a little off center on the back, and the front is just a little off center too. But that's nice. That's a nice card. Let me see here. I really didn't grab any sleeves. Are you kidding me? I just grabbed one touches. I should have grabbed sleeves. If you get a nicer card, John, than the Gooden, I'll maybe swap that out. But there's the Puckett rookie. So we're doing good so far. Mike Fitzgerald. Good, not great. We don't have the McGwire, the Clemens. He didn't hit the Eric Davis also. A lot of cards that just did not get hit in that Japs box. I was kind of surprised. But he did hit the McGwire, which we haven't hit yet. So Marty Barrett, Quisenberry, Mike Marshall, Charlie Huff, Pedro Guerrero, and Brian Little. So I also noticed, and I tried to get in on it, but he was sold out, that Chasing Donnie Baseball is doing an 85 tops tonight. Look at that piece of gum. I almost want to chew that. That's nice. And he's doing 85 tops. Well, his is a authenticated box, and he's selling them by the pack, or he sold them by the pack. It was, I think, $14 a pack. So quite a bit more expensive, almost 3 times as expensive as this break. Foley, George Brett, and George Brett's pretty off center and has a little ding right there. But I'll definitely tune in for that. He's going to do a live feed. He seems like a really good guy. What's funny is he was going for, I know I have at least 2 Jabs guys watching, Jabs fans watching, because I sold the last 2 spots when I super chatted during his Immaculate. Ray Knight, I used to really like him. 86 Mets, kind of a scrapper, played great in the postseason in 86. And, oh, that was the, you know, unless we really want to look at them, I'm probably going to just leave those stuck together. The gum seems to be sticking to the card above it, but not really harming it. So I don't want to pull it off haphazardly or anything. And Concepcion. So that does it for John E. But he did hit the Puckett rookie. And he hit a absolutely beautiful Doc Gooden, which if it's a PSA 10, it looks like it goes for 100, 150 bucks or more. The only thing I would say that would keep it from being a 10, it looks like the centering is really, really sharp. The corners are perfect. Centering on the back looks perfect. That little, I think it's just a printing error. I don't know. I don't want to mess with it. It almost looks like something you could just and pull off, but it doesn't look like it's a spec or anything. So anyway, Mr. John E. has at least one pretty nice card to hang his hat on. Move these out of the way. And we're going to go Doc Gooden right here. And how about upper right next? Or I have Michael H right here, so let me do lower left actually for Michael H. And we'll pull all these out. Still wanting to hit that McGwire, and we'll get to ripping because I'm taking a little too long. Oops, we got a team card. USA team card. Let's open that last. QB Brooks. That'd be sick in his first pack. Michael H. Good luck. Mike Young. Steve Rogers. Mike Dunn. Ozzie Smith. John Hoover was the one we got excited about. All right. So 2 USA team cards in that pack, but not the one we're looking for. But hey, even the, I noticed even the Cory Schneider, there were 2 sold Cory Schneider PSA 10 rookie cards, and one went for $157, and the other went for 77. So it looks like the one is an outlier. But if you remember, anyone that collected in '86, when Cory Schneider came up as a pretty hot rookie, he was actually Canseco was the rookie of the year, and kind of a dry pack there. He got Cory Schneider got the top rating. I remember I don't know if it's Sports Illustrated, but I remember me and my friends, we all picked. There's Dale Murphy on the back. We all picked a rookie that we kind of followed in '86, and Canseco was mine, and he actually obviously did really well. He had a slump towards the end of the year, and Cory Schneider really came on during the end of the year. Cory Schneider was considered a better fielder, had a better arm. He had like an A+ rookie rating, and my friend Lance was a big Cory Schneider fan. And the Cory Schneider rookie card was in '86 was actually the USA team card to have. McGwire came along, the next year in '87, and then everyone went back to look for the McGwires. But it was Cory Schneider and O.B. McDowell were the two at the time that were hot. I got a mound of wrappers and gum right there. So we still haven't we haven't seen the Ripken, we haven't seen the Mattingly, we haven't seen a lot of cards here. The Clemens. So there's the gum card. John Denny. Gum really bled through on the back card, unfortunately. Wally Backman. Had a cat named Wally in 1986. Ken Griffey Sr. And that'll do it for pack number 3. Or 4. This is pack number 5 from Michael H. All right. All right, Mark Clear, Walters, Chambers, Quisenberry, Ashby, Martin, Benedict, Boa, Thomas, Rivers, and Wagner. All right. Oliver, Armas. Did we look at the back card? It was a Steve Lake, so I won't pull it apart. And Bobby Brown, Steve Kemp, Downing, Jurak, and Bob Welch. A lot of commons in this one, this stack, unfortunately. All right, Juan Samuel. And Jeff Burrows. The back card was an Alvin Davis. Brooke Jacoby. George Bell. Lou Whitaker. Jody Davis. Shelby. Oscar Gamble. And 2 packs left for Michael H. Hoping they heat up a little bit. Beniquez got the gum hit on this one. Bruce Sutter held the save record for a while. Charlie Moore, there's a Robin Yount. Beniquez got the gum hit. There's a Bill Lasky with a weird printing scuff or something. Cesar Cedeno, Flanagan, and we're down to Michael H's last pack. All right, come on. Let's give him something. Something to hang his hat on. All right. I saw this guy, and I actually thought it was a joke. Someone that PSA 10'd it and listed it for like $7,000. I think it's on eBay now. Actually, I'm not going to say the name. I should put that in a one touch for you as a goof. I'm not even going to say his name. Oh, Billy Swift is our USA card. Oh, that would have been great in the last pack. And our back card was a Dick Schofield. Martinez, Washington. Ah, no Ripken. Oh, all right. Well, we had a dry stack there for Michael H. Some really nice cards. All these are in great shape, except for obviously the gum cards. But he didn't have one of the big hits, unfortunately. Let's put Michael H's back here. And we'll go to Joseph P., who has the upper right. I'm going to move some of these wrappers and gum out of the way. I used to, when I'd buy a lot of packs back in the day, I would stack this gum up. I'd make a giant stack with it, like, 40 pieces high, and then start, chewing it one by one, and, just to be goofy. Chewing it bite by bite, I mean. All right, so this is upper right, Joseph P. All right, good luck, Joseph. I hope we do a little bit better. But I'm happy to see that, there's no shenanigans with the packs. Everything looks completely legit. I don't think we've had any tampering or anything with this, even though we haven't hit the McGwire, Eddie Murray, and that's really what we want to hit, obviously. Mike Schmidt, Junior Ortiz, Rick Leach, and Ricky Horton. Second pack. And Shane Raleigh got the gum on this one. Bob Stanley. Oh, it's not. It's not McGwire. Bob Caffrey. Man, we've got the whole team except for McGwire and Cory Schneider. There's a Darryl Strawberry draft pick card. Willie Upshaw, Vance Law, Mark Langston. And that is it for pack number 2 for Joseph P. So Alan Trammell. Alan Trammell got the wax, and Gary Woods got the gum. So we'll take that. Jim Wynn. There's a Steve Trout. Ron Kittle. Jesse Orozco. And through the final strikeout in the 86 Mets, Mike Scioscia. And there's the Alan Trammell. All right. So pack number 4 for Joseph P. has Jerry, is that Remy? Has the wax, and then the gum came off of a, I don't know what that is. What is this card? Oh, it's stuck to, it's in Ozzie Smith, I guess, or no, Ozzie Virgil? Father and son, okay, I see. Ozzie Virgil and Ozzie Virgil, who I don't really remember. So thanks for taking the gum hit for us, guys. Doug Baker, Yogi Berra manager card. Omar Moreno. There's a Hershiser rookie. All right, cool. So at least we hit one of the other cool rookies, and that's in pretty good shape. I mean, maybe just a little to the left, but I'm going to sleeve that for you just in case you're a Hershiser fan, Dodgers fan. And there's the and that's a nice card, really nice card. So certainly not the one we are really looking for, but we'll take it just to warm up a little. And we look through these. Dave Kingman, Carlton Fist for the last 2 cards. And pack number 5 for Joseph P. Dennis Lamp took the wax, and Jim Gantner took the gum for us. Pat Sheridan, Franklin Stubbs, Tippy Martinez, Howard Johnson, Phil Necro, Keith Hernandez, off center, but nice card. Perfect corners, Tim Tuffle. And that's it for pack number 5. Pack number 6 for Joseph P. Sid Fernandez takes the wax, and Mike Easler takes the gum. All right, Glenn Wilson. There's a Cal Ripken All-Star card. That's not the Cal Ripken we want. Ron Guidry. Oh, it's the guy we've already had. No. Shane Mack. I thought it was the other guy there. They must have walked along and take pictures of everyone sitting in the dugout, because so many of them have almost the same pose. Shane Mack. And Mike Easler's stuck to Tim Foley. Bill Duran, Ozzie Virgil, Scott Sanderson, Thornton, Collins, O'Brien, and the Sid Fernandez. Man, these USA team cards. Everyone but McGwire. All right. And I don't even know how you say. Ogilvy and Al Cohen's take the hits, or Cowens. All right. Sutter, Russell, Jesse Barfield, Franco, Hurst, Steve, Trevino, Cohen's. So we haven't hit the Clemens, we haven't hit the Ripken, and we haven't hit the McGwire yet. There's the Ripken. It took the wax, though. Has a wax stain. That's too bad. That's too bad with the Ripken. So that's not going to be a $500 Ripken, unfortunately. Although I think those were maybe outlier prices, although there were 2 of them. So you never know. A lot of Ripken fans out there. Pete Rose, Diaz, Ward, Buddy Bell, Doug Sisk, Reggie Jackson, Hall of Famer, of course. Tom Seaver, again, Hall of Famer. And there's the Ripken. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Just a little bit low. Left to right, centering is perfect. Top to bottom, it sits just a little low. And it has a little bit of a warp to it, just a touch, which I don't think really should hurt the value at all. And it's probably from the wax. They used to tell, back in the day, you could take the wax off with alcohol or something like that. But unless you're getting a PSA 10 or sending into the PSA, looking for a 10, no point in that. But there's the Ripken. So I'm going to sleeve that anyway, just in case for you. That is packed fresh. And everyone loves Cal Ripken, one of my favorite players. I have this card. I do not have a PSA 10. I don't even know if it's that nice. It doesn't have wax on it, but it's the only detriment to that. That's too bad. But at least we hit a couple cards. So in this stack, and last pack for Joseph P. And the Darryl Strawberry takes the wax. Come on, guys. And Manny Trillo takes the gum. And there's a draft pick card of Abner. Ugh, we've had 2 Scott Bankheads. Why can't we have 2 McGwires? Dave Righetti, Moore, Davis, Clancy, Garner, Jack Clark, and there's the Darryl Strawberry. It's not too bad. Just a little left to right off center, and has the wax stain in. So that does it for Joseph P. He had a couple pretty cool cards. Unfortunately, the Ripken has the wax on the back, or else that would be really nice. The Hershiser doesn't really seem to have any problems. So a couple nice cards there for Joseph P. Gently put these over here. And we'll move move on to the final stack, which will be for, who's the final stack? Eric J. So, Eric J., you're our hope for the McGwire. Let's do it, man. There they are. There's a McGwire in there. And a Clemens, maybe. You never know. All right, so Jackie Gutierrez takes the wax, and Checklist takes the gum. Nice. That's always nice. So there's a Dale Murray. Started off. Sammy Stewart, Kirk Gibson, Carcal, Langford, Bob Nepper, Harold Baines, draft pick, and Rivera. Pack number 2 for Eric J. We're really hoping for that McGwire. And no gum. Steve Braun. Also would like to see the Clemens. We have not seen the Clemens. Let's see here. Balboni. All right. Pack number 3. See, I'm over 30 minutes. I was trying to get under 30 minutes, so I'm going to go right through these. Tommy John takes the gum, and Tug McGraw takes the wax. Dwayne Walker, Ozzie Smith. There's a Nolan Ryan, and we've got a USA behind that. And it's the Cory Schneider. All right, cool. So there's 2 cool cards right there out of the gate. What does the Ryan have? Like, I don't know, there's like a little, I don't know if that's just a scuff. Printing error? I'm not sure. Centering looks pretty good. The corners look good. Little left to right on the back. Oops, sorry, holding it too high. Little left to right on the back, skewed to the left. But pretty nice. And then the Cory Schneider, not the USA card we're looking for, but and has a printing line through it. So it's not going to be a PSA 10 for you. Unfortunately, that little printing line right there. Definitely just a printing error. And a little left to right, a little off center on the back. But anyway, Cory Schneider. So we got to see that card. Anyone who was a fan back in 86, 87, 88 remembers Cory Schneider. He was a hot player at the time for the Indians. And if that was, if it didn't have the printing error, I'd put that in one touch for you. That's probably your most gradable card so far. Gary Carter and Tug McGraw. But I will go ahead and put it in a sleeve for you just because that's, I don't know, maybe you're a Cory Schneider fan. The Nolan Ryan would be sleeve too if it didn't have these little weird. It's a couple spots. There's one right there. There's one right there. I think it's just a printing error, unfortunately. And Ozzie Smith and Dwayne Walker were the first 2. All right, so we've got the whole USA team except for McGwire and Oddibe McDowell, I think. All right. Gum is a checklist again. Nice. Or a manager card. Ralph Hawk. All right, and there's a Record Breakers Doc Gooden. John McNamara was the 86 Red Sox manager. Dwight Gooden off center, record breaker card. That was a cool card to have back in the day for sure. And Goose Gossage. And we're on to pack number 4. All right. We got 5 packs left to find McGwire. Let's do it. I want to find it more than you do, Eric J. I really do. All right. Vukovic, Solano, McLaughlin. We saw the J. Tibbs took the gum and it stuck to the McLaughlin. Garcia, Singleton. Sorry, I'll try to hold these a little bit better. Dave Bergman, the Senseis, Clark, and Rupert Jones. All right. Bo Diaz takes the wax stain, and Odabe McDowell takes the gum. So I think we have, is there anyone left on the USA team to find besides McGwire? Johnny Ray, Carlton Fisk, Durham, Steve Yeager. Let's take a, there's a Wade Boggs. Let's take a look at this. Odabe. Gum kind of trashed him. He did not turn out to be a great player. He was kind of a hot rookie at the time, though, I remember. So there's a Wade Boggs that is in nice shape. It's got, again, a little printing like circle right there. But really good corners and decent centering. So there's a Wade Boggs. All right. Bob Horner, Castillo, Frank White, George Foster, Fred Lynn, and Bo Diaz. All right, so we are down to 3 packs. Trying to find that McGwire. RJ Reynolds takes the gum. Brett Butler takes the wax. Oh. Don August. I thought that was it. Don August. There it is! The McGwire! We did hit it! We hit it! Oh, finally. Don August was crushing our dreams for a second. All right, let me carefully get a one-touch for that. Eric J. saves the box. Thank you. Thank you, Eric J. And it has beautiful color, beautiful corners. I don't see any problem with it other than the centering isn't perfect. But, oh, are you kidding me? Oh, RJ Reynolds. I don't know if you want me to do this or not. I don't know if you want me to, Eric J., if you want me to try to take it apart. I think I probably should, just so I can put it in a one-touch for you. The last couple have not bothered the card in front of it, really. Oh, I'm trying to do this so carefully for you, buddy. And it really didn't. Look at that. RJ Reynolds kept it all to himself. Oh, but look at that. I don't think any problems with the back from that gum. All right, let's put that in the one touch. We can examine it a little bit better. That is a nice card. Nice card, absolutely. Just a little off center, left to right, but you know, the one in the jabs break was that Linda W pulled was more off center than this even, I think. But that's the only flaw. Look at that. I had this card back in the day, and I had a faded version of it that someone got out of a pack, and apparently some of these were just printed faded. And that's, but you know, it was like a few bucks back in the day when it was going for 20, 25, or whatever, if it was mint condition. So anyway, I'm so happy we pulled that, Eric J. And we haven't even gone through your whole pack yet. So Don August, I was getting ready to toss Don August across the room. And Dave Engel, there's the Mattingly. Nice. All right. This last stack is really, what are these little red dots, though? A couple of these have had that. There's like 3 of them there. On an otherwise almost perfect card. The centering looks good, front and back. I'll definitely sleeve this. Because that's nice, and that'll be, we've seen everything except... What haven't we seen? We haven't seen the Clemens, of course. The Clemens, we've had everything but the Clemens. So we got 2 packs to go, Eric J. Help us out, man. Give us that Clemens. Maybe that Don Mattingly will give some Chasing Donnie baseball luck. Since he's doing a 85 tops tonight, I'm definitely going to tune in to watch his box. I feel really good about this now, though. Seeing seeing the McGwire, seeing every card. It's actually a better box than the baseball card exchange Jabs box that he opened. So so they're out there. These, you don't have to always get them authenticated, but it certainly helps. Mark Bruhart is the gum hit, and Danny Heap and Steve Trout. We're down to our last pack for the Clemens. Clemens actually goes for a pretty decent amount of money if it's PSA 10. And let's just hope it's not on the back. Al Holland takes the hit. So we're gonna go to the middle and flip. All right, come on, Clemens. Tommy Dunbar, Steve Sachs, Waddle. And Schofield is stuck to the Al Holland, Storm Davis, Harold Baines, Chili Davis, Ted Simmons, Carney Lansford, Milt Wilcox, and Garcia. All right, well, we didn't hit the Clemens. Clemens seems to be the chase card in this. So I'll definitely watch the Chasing Donnie Baseball tonight and see if he can hit the Clemens. But we did hit the big card, though. I don't think it's a $500-600 one only because of the centering. That would be really the only thing I could really point to. The gum did not seem to affect it at all on the back, which is really nice. And it's maybe just a hair off center left to right on the back. So just a little off center, but other than that, perfect corners and really, really nice card. Sharp, sharp, sharp. So Eric J saves the box. He also hit a Mattingly with some little printing dots on it, but well centered and good corners. And he hit the Cory Schneider, which I don't know. I'm excited about the Cory Schneider. I don't know if Eric J is, just because I really liked him. He had a big arm back in the day, and I kind of followed him along with all the rookies of '86, because that's when I really started collecting. Wally Joyner, Danny Tartable, Canseco, all those guys. Let's show you some of the other hits really quick. So Joseph P. I sleeved 2 cards for Joseph P. He had the Hershiser and the Ripken. And the Ripken, what was the problem with the Ripken? The wax stain. The wax on the back of the Ripken. Otherwise, really nice. Maybe just printed a little bit low, but still a nice card. He had a Strawberry and a few other cards too. Michael H. was the only guy that kind of had a little bit of a dry stack, unfortunately. Sorry about that, Michael H. And then John E. out of the gate had a nice Kirby Pucket that had a little printing error on it too. And then a Dwight Gooden that literally without that little dot right there is every bit of a 10 or a 9, because the centering is really good, and so are the corners, the color, everything. Centering on the back looks good. Man, nice card. So I don't want to get these mixed up. So these are John E's, and then the big hit was right at the end with Eric J. So there's our big hit. And it came in the last stack. So I went way too long again, 40 minutes. Are you kidding me? I meant to go 30. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to upload this, and I'll probably see some of you guys in the Chasing Donnie Baseball break tonight, because he's going to live stream. I think it's his first live stream. What's funny, I meant to say this earlier. We were watching the Immaculate. I'll wrap up real quick. We were watching the Immaculate with Chasing Donnie Baseball, trying to get to 1,000 subs. And I'm sitting there, I have it streamed in the bedroom with my wife, and we're just kind of waiting for my break. But I looked, and I was like, how many subscribers does he have? And then everyone started trying to get into 1,000, and so it's like 980, 990. And I told my wife, I'm like, all right, can you subscribe to Chasing Donnie Baseball? So she finds him, she subscribes. And then I'm like watching, and it's I'm like, I'm gonna be the 1,000th subscriber for Chasing Donnie Baseball. 997, 998, 999, and then he lost a couple somehow. Went back down to 997 because I almost subscribed, and then I saw 999. I hit subscribe, And then I saw everyone. So I don't know if I was really close though, if I wasn't the 1,000th subscriber for Chasing Donnie Baseball. But he posted a couple super chats after that he was in tears and everything. So that was fun, and I'm sure everyone was kind of doing that. He super chats every Jabs break, and seems to be a really great guy. Obsessed with Don Mattingly, like a lot of us were back in the day. He was the best hitter in the '80s, all around hitter without question. So I'll see you guys tonight, Chasing Donnie Baseball. Looking forward to your 85 tops, and thank you for everyone that bought in. Eric J, Joseph P, John E, and Michael H. And I'll have all these shipped out to you the first of the week. See you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.